Hello. We are here. I am here. Hello, RAMD. Hello, thank you. Thank you very much. Yes. This is, in fact, I might be covering chat a little bit. It's fine. It's fine. This is indeed my first affiliate stream. Look at that. I still have things to set up. I want to play around with channel points later on, and I got some emotes, but I am currently waiting for Twitch to hurry up and approve them. Yes, definitely hoping you get that affiliate soon. Oh my gosh, I am rooting for you. Oh, Zaycon, hello! Oh, thank you! Thank you for the subscribe! Yes, also, we already have some subscribers. Hello, Zaycon, we got, Wait, Nightbot told Kaisi to stop spamming chats. No, it's okay, Kaisi's cool. Kaisi's chill, chatbot, hang on. Oh no. Oh no, chatbot. Oh no! I just wanted that bot to be here for a little extra assistance in case it was necessary. Oh god. How about... You know what, chat? Oh no. You know what? I'm just gonna... I'm gonna... remove chatbot for now. Yes. Okay, oh my goodness. Okay, so we got subscriptions indeed from Craw the Crow, Saint Morning, Zakar, and Kaisi. Hello, thank you! There's the Kaisi notification. There we go. Yes, I am in a hot tub. Because, I mean, I have to celebrate somehow, am I right? I got my hot tub, I got my, probably wine over here. I went and did it indeed. Thank you! Oh my gosh, everyone. Oh! Hello, Bash! Thank you! Hello, thank you for the subscribe. Oh my goodness. What do we got? Da-da-da... Yeah, I don't know. Sometimes. Then again, I also know that Twitch, has a habit of, unfollowing people at random, like I've heard, similar to YouTube, so I don't know, maybe you did and got unfollowed, I don't know. Not hot tub, not bubble tea, not wine, exactly. I don't know where I was gonna go with this bit. I just had the hot tub asset ready. -2 followers. Oh my god. Oh! Zaycon gifting Islam a gift sub! Oh my gosh, Thank you! I don't even know where to begin. Yeah, so I'm currently waiting on Twitch to approve my custom emotes that I uploaded, and then I'm gonna add some channel point stuff, hopefully, in time for the next stream so that we can have a bit of stupid meme fun. Yay! And then, yeah, and then you'll all get the benefits of the subscriber emotes whenever John Twitch wants to finish doing that. Thanks, John Twitch. Hurry up. Anyway, yeah, I didn't have anywhere to go with the hot tub bit. I think I should take that away because otherwise it's gonna take up a lot of space on my game table. Also, I probably shouldn't have a hot tub at my game table. Also, I need to load it. Oh, there we go. I loaded in faster this time. Good. Alright. So, is this the right button? There we go. Okay. Oh, where's my water? I already made myself thirsty by talking. Okay. So anyway, yes, many affiliate celebrations to be had. Many things that I still need to finish setting up. I'm also gonna get sub badges for everybody, too. I need to drop something there, which I'm expecting Twitch to also say that needs to be manually approved and will take, like, a week on its own. I am sure. We'll get there. Slowly but surely. I'll have all of my perks instated. But, that being said, I might plan, like, an actual dedicated celebration thing, maybe, possibly, or this will be my dedicated celebration stream. I don't know. Because, what better way do I like to celebrate things than with my favorite activity of all time, which is just tabletop games. Always tabletops and rolling dice. How's my music doing? Chat, you'll let me know if the music's drowning me out, right? Let me know if anything needs to be adjusted. Anyway, we're picking up with Starfinder because I last played last Tuesday, which has been over a week. I wanted to play more, so I'm currently waiting for D&D. Anyway, so last session we picked up with the adventures of Faye Kai, finally beginning their voyages, where they had stopped in the Jovian planet of Tyrannus with the small settlement of Sigil, Jovian planets being a gas giant planet with a rocky core, and Sigil hanging out just on the core of this planet with the majority of its atmosphere made up of thick, misty, gaseous fog, which is weirdly breathable and apparently not toxic. That's fine. And having come here for some ship repairs, because Sigil has some pretty good craftsmen and shipwrights and the like, Faye came here to get some damage repaired on the fall of Icarus, and probably, I'm gonna say definitely get that thing maybe painted over and looking a little less obviously like a ship that they stole from their former captors. While here, they were asked by a local daughter of one of the wealthy founding families, Kendra Khosla, who is also a jewelry merchant on her own time. They were asked to go and investigate a precursor vault out in the wilderness of the planet, mostly in the hopes of finding valuables, since other precursor vaults on the planets had had valuables of note that might have been good for merchantry. I don't know if merchantry is a word, but I'm declaring it as one. Faye went there and found ghosts. There was space ghosts, and everyone was dead. Oh, right, actually, technically it was a rescue mission. There was a previous expedition team that went to the precursor vault. They're all dead. It didn't go well. So anyway, after that, Faye was asked by Kendra to, hey, maybe go find some soulbinders, you know, those people that specialize in dealing with the undead, and have them send them our way, maybe, please? Because that might be a problem if those ghosts don't stay in the vault, especially now that all the defenses have been taken down. You never know. While taking their time to rest before setting out, Faye was approached by another of the wealthy founding families of Sigil, the Silva family, who turned out to be fucking assholes, and basically said, hey, that weird settlement of Astra by a black hole is approaching us with talks of peace, but we're pretty sure they're up to some weird shit because we've had way too much conflict with them in the past. Can you go check that out? Also, if you don't, we're gonna tell all the businesses here not to provide you with any services. Now go. So Faye has two options of where to go, that being Astra, or the much larger settlement of Koshiba on the oceanic planet Daria, in hopes of finding soulbinders. They're gonna go with that one first, because Astra seems like kind of a weird place. Also, fuck the Silva family. They swore a vow to get that done, but they didn't say that they would get it done in a timely manner, so, you know. Anyway, that seems about everything that was that we needed to be covered. Oh, right. Also, we have experience. Right, I was trying to think about how to track experience on this sheet, because on the regular character sheet, there's, like, actual dedicated boxes for it. I don't think there is here, so I am just gonna add some to... Oh yeah, I have, I put in my notes here, Miwashiba. This is the name of the Picru, creator for the Picru that I use to make Faye's Pog until I eventually get around to drawing artwork for them. There's a good chance Kendra might stay as a Picru. I think I have links to both of them actually down in the credits for my channel. Maybe I'll draw a portrait for Kendra as well. Anyway, she's quite a cutie. But anyway, I wanted to put in my notes how much experience Faye has. I think I'll put that at the... Actually, you know what? But I like how much that just, like, fits. I'll put it in the notes, I guess. I have to bump everything as I do. So Faye currently has 4 experience points because they completed a dangerous objective, a dangerous vow last session in the form of the whole, you know, the ghost situation. And on the way there, they also completed a dangerous journey, which Actually, wait, does Journeys give us experience, or does that only... Oh. Does that only fill up our Discoveries boxes? I think... that might actually... Do we get experience for that? Because I wanted to see what I wanted to spend my experience on. But I think we might still only get actually experience for completing vows. Because I think there's... Alright, where's my PDF? Rulebook. How does one experience in Starforged? I only know experience in Starfinder, in Ironsworn. Not Starfinder, I mean I know experience in that as well. But... experience. Okay. Connections. That's my... Collection, gain experience through the Quest's Legacy track. Yeah, the Legacy tracks are a thing that's new. So I know that on the actual character sheet, it's like whenever you fill up a box on the Legacy track, you get experience. And there's a small box underneath it that you can use to track that experience that you get from that. But unfortunately, I don't think the sheet has those little boxes, so I need to figure out how I'm gonna go about that. Legacy moves. Is that what I want? Okay, when you fill fill a box with 4 ticks on any legacy track, you earn experience. Okay, so that's a move. Which is under legacy. Here we go. Earn experience looks like what? When you fill a box 4 ticks on any legacy track, take 2 experience. This experience may be spent when you advance. Okay. So Faye only has 2 experience because they explicitly got experience from the vow that they completed, right? Fulfill your vow. Yeah, it gives you experience. Oh, no, wait. 1 tick, danger. Oh, okay. Okay, so vows don't actually give you experience directly. It is only when you fill the box. Ah! So we actually have 0 experience. Okay. Okay. So, there goes any opportunity I might have had to spend experience on some assets. That's fine. We will wait. Well, that being said then, that makes things pretty straightforward. So there is actually the whole begin a session move that we have this time around in this system. When you begin a significant session or chapter of play, do all the following. We already did that recap. Set the scene by envisioning your character's current situation and intent. Well, as I mentioned, I think Faye is going to be heading off to Koshiba for now on the whole Soulbinder situation, also because of the fact that Faye's personal intent is to potentially find somewhere where they can permanently live if they can settle this whole being wanted by a nefarious third-party situation. It would be great if they could find a nice place to live. Koshiba might be a good place. It's quite big. It's a settlement of thousands of people, actually, which is in this in our galaxy of the Forge here, that's quite large. So they might take a look around and see if that might be a nice little home for them. That being said, in addition, you may spotlight a new danger, opportunity, or insight. This can include a scene hidden from your character's perspective. If you do, envision a brief vignette. You may roll or choose on the table below for inspiration. All players take +1 momentum as you return to play from the viewpoint of your characters. Well, I'm going to take that +1 momentum first, but I am kind of curious what this table will give me. The dice are loading in. Unexpected return of an enemy or threat. I mean, well, we've already got a couple of options. Among other things, among the obvious for Faye's backstory here, those ghosts might continue to be a problem. Can include a scene hidden from your character's perspective if you do. So potentially I could have that being a thing that is going on in the background. During the events of this session, or in general in the plot. I'm gonna let that sit and stew for a bit. I'm gonna make a note that I have that going on. Make a opportunity to bring that up later, perhaps, but I'm gonna keep the start of the session nice and simple otherwise. So Faye is going to be saying goodbye to Kendra. By the way, sorry your whole, grub team that you sent out to the precursor vault died or whatever. Thanks for fixing my ship. I'm out. And then they are going to board the Fall of Icarus with their little glow cat buddy, who I haven't really given a token to. I might do that at some point. I'd like to give them something cute. But, other than that, they are going to be setting out on their way. Now this time we are setting a course rather than undertaking an expedition, because we set a course whenever we follow a known route through a perilous space, across hazardous terrain, or within a mysterious site. And this is indeed a known route. I keep forgetting what this is called. A passage, I believe. Yeah, the, route from one settlement to another is a passage. So, I believe we established last session that the route between Sigil and Kashiba is quite established. The two have need to communicate with one another fairly frequently for various purposes, so... that being said... do we only have to make one roll for this, then? Yeah, okay. Looks like it is just a one-and-done roll. So we will set a course, and we will roll plus supply. No additional bonuses. I don't think Faye has any... Ah, my god! First roll of the session, huh? Isn't that the last roll I had last session? Was a 10 and a 1? Yeah? Last roll last session was a 10 and a 1. First roll this session is a 10 and a 1. Excellent. Okay. On a weak hit, you arrive but face a cost or complication. Choose one. Suffer costs en route. Make a suffer move -2. Or suffer 2 moves, or 2 suffer moves -1. Face a complication at the destination. Envision what you encounter. So, interesting. Do I have a settlement trouble established for Kashiba? No. Okay. So, oh, right. Kashiba has an unyielding authority. Also, they've apparently got a focus on research currently. So, I feel like... Okay, so for starters, we know that Faye actually manages to arrive in Kashiba. So that's good, or at least they kind of do, because what I'm thinking is that as they actually reach the settlement... This is an oceanic planet. And the initial thought is maybe there is an island that Kashiba is settled on. But no, we're in a weird space galaxy, so I much prefer the idea that Kashiba is actually stationed under the water. The planet is entirely submerged. Kashiba is an underwater settlement, basically consisting of many connecting passageways and tunnels, interlocking buildings, things like that. Kind of similar, actually, to what's going on with Sigil in Tyrannus, because due to the fog, there's not a lot of activity that can go on outside without a lot of equipment for visibility. So Sigil has a similar structure going on, where it's actually a settlement inside of many interconnecting buildings and passageways and the like. So I think Kashiba has something similar going on here, just more aquatic with a lot more of a view of the outside ocean. Because I feel like between Kashiba and Sigil, since they have communication a lot, there is a shared technology between them and a shared architecture in their buildings. But with Kashiba, this planet is... I think the planet's actually quite nice. Let's see, actually, because... Yeah, so for one, let's see what initial details we can see as Faye approaches the planet. Ooh, from space we can see complex reef systems. Ooh, I want to roll a second one. More complex reef systems. A 1 and an 8, huh? Let's re-roll that last one. Scattered islands. Okay, so there are islands, so it's not 100% submerged. Or I could just say fuck you to that particular roll and just go double up on complex reef systems. I'll take the scattered islands. I think scattered islands is definitely a nifty idea. But Koshiba itself is still under the water, which does raise the question of why they haven't settled on any of the islands, because that seems like that would be a lot easier. On that note, what's the atmosphere like? Marginal. So it's okay. It could be better. I'm kind of curious whether that means more that there's areas that have pockets of more breathable atmosphere, or just that as a whole, the atmosphere is breathable, but you probably don't want to breathe it for too long. I feel like a mixture. I kind of like the idea that there are... plants create oxygen. Does the ocean create oxygen? I don't think the ocean really creates oxygen, right? That was a weird question I'm asking. But my thought here is that, I mean, there's like oxygen in water, but like... Actually Googling this. So my thought here is that there's not... Oh shit, at least half of Earth's oxygen comes from the ocean. Okay, never mind. Yes, the ocean produces oxygen. My little Google adventure made me nearly lose my train of thought. Basically, I'm thinking that there are definitely parts of the upper surface that are more breathable than others. There are some areas where I think there is... How do I wanna... I know what I have in mind, but basically, yeah, I'll figure out the biology and science of it later. I don't even have to. I can soft science that shit. But for now, yeah, the idea for Daria is that there are pockets of areas where the atmosphere is pretty much safe to breathe. Others, not so much. You don't want to be there too long. Does this have anything to do with why the people of Koshiba just said fuck it and settled underwater entirely? We'll find out. Faye's never actually been here before, I think. I think that's what I'm going with, is that they've never actually been here before, so they don't know what's up with that. Why did you guys... That seems like a lot of work. That being said, do I want to roll for any additional stuff? I do want to see how much life there is on this planet, aside from Koshiba, right? Bountiful. Ooh. Lots of fishies. I think we got lots of fishies. But yeah, Faye is easily able to land on the planet itself. So we're also going to roll a couple of planet-side sea... Ooh, luminescent seas and undersea air pockets. Oh! Interesting. Okay. That might answer our question, actually. So anyway, there's bountiful life in the oceanic planet of Daria. The surface atmosphere is okay in some places, depending on what's going on in each area, like biologically. Yeah, that's the word I'm looking for. Plants are biological, among other things, chemically. But apparently, there's some good air under the ocean in places. Also, parts of the sea are luminescent, possibly because of that bountiful oceanic life. There's probably some bioluminescent critters down there, among other things. I like that. That's nifty. So anyway, that was a little bit of a detour about the planet itself, but I mean, Faye is landing on this planet. They've come here to, yeah, they've come to... I think that the entrance to Koshiba is kind of a small island area. One of the areas that's okay to breathe in, kind of, sort of. And it's sort of it is a building in and of itself, right? There's an island with a building on it, which is a very large, mostly stone and metal building, which should, hypothetically, from what Faye has heard, lead down to the proper settlement below. But as they enter, I think that they are actually being denied entry. Did I say as they enter? As they attempt to enter, I think is what I wanted to say. I think that they come here only to find that they are, for some reason or another, being denied entry by the guards that are stationed at the entry building, at the gate, so to speak. I'm gonna call it a gate. Which raises the question of why, because Faye definitely asks, Why can't I come in? What is wrong with you people? I just wanted to visit your stupid place. Do I have an oracle that I can roll on for that? Because I kind of have some ideas. Oh, actually, I do have an oracle. Hey, Koshiba. Well, okay, actually, real quick. I'm kind of wondering, because Faye is an outsider. I feel like they get plenty of outsiders, though. So I don't think they're against talking about it, unless they're under orders not to. I don't know if I specifically want to go ahead and make an entire move to determine if they're going to give any information to Faye. I think they'll be open about the basics at the very least. So, vulnerable life forms. Koshiba has a situation going on with vulnerable life forms. What does that mean? I'm currently thinking. Okay. So, initially what comes to mind is that the guards have been under orders to close off Koshiba to any new visitors coming in who don't have clearance for passage, which probably means, you know, merchants and traders and the like. Apparently, there is a important matter that's being taken care of within the city limits, and so, unregistered visitors are being limited greatly. Which raises a lot of questions, because you guys have several thousand people. You doing okay keeping track of that, and who's okay to be in the city then? But, Koshiba's got a weird authority from what I've already rolled for them, so we will find out. Either way, at this given moment, what Faye is able to find out is, there is something being conducted in the city that is causing orders to the guards to limit outsider access, which raises the question. Can Faye convince them to let him in? Can he lie and say that he's totally registered? Can he just say, hey, I'm here on important business? Can he sneak in? How would you sneak in to a big ol' underwater city? Can starships go underwater? Can starships go underwater? And does Koshiba have multiple entrances? I feel like it would. It's big enough that it should. I feel like only having one entrance is a bad idea to a city that big. It's definitely a city. I'm calling it a city. Because it is. They've definitely got multiple entrances. I think that tracks. The question is where, because Faye only knows the location of one on this planet. And will they have better luck at another entrance? Or will they be able to formulate another plan to get in? Or will they be able to bribe their way in? Okay, well, first off, what's the most obvious route that they can take? I feel like probably just convincing the guards that they are here on important business, or asking what they can do to get registered would be another thing. Because otherwise then they have to go back to Tyrannus and maybe ask. Oh, wait! No, Faye knows Kendra. Can P kinda just lie and say that he knows Kendra Khosla and make up some bullshit? I like the idea of Faye just pulling a Karen and being like, hey, I know the Khosla family. I have been sent specifically by the Khosla family of Sigil on important business. Are you going to deny them? Because, again, they're one of the founding families of Sigil, and Sigil definitely, I think, has some important merchantry trade going on. Okay, Faye's gonna try that, and try to just, like, intimidate the guards and be like, you're gonna be in trouble. You're gonna be in so much trouble if you don't let me in. I'm gonna tell them. Where is my... Compel, here we go, that's what I want. Okay. When you try to persuade someone or make them an offer, envision your approach. Threaten or incite with iron, lie or swindle with shadow. I mean, technically it's not a lie, but it's kind of threatening, but not in a brute force kind of way. I feel like shadow is kind of what I want to lean towards here, because there's definitely a bit of some trickery going on in Faye's intent here, because I mean, they're just looking for some soulbinders. They only know Kendra. They maybe don't have that much sway with the family. However, how's my Glowcat do? Oh. Only secure an advantage, huh? When your Glowcat companion perceives the inner emotions and intentions of people and creatures in its vicinity and embodies those impressions through the colors and intensity of its luminescent fur. When you secure an advantage by studying the Glowcat's reactions in a charged interaction, add plus its health. Okay, well, I think I'm going straight for a compel an advantage here. Compel. When you try to persuade someone or make them an offer, envision your approach. Yeah. I think this is compel, and I'm going straight for it. I'm not really going to try to secure an advantage here. So we are going to use Shadow, which I don't think Faye has any perks towards. I could use Fugitive to turn this into... Oh, it is a strong hit. Don't do what you want or agree to your conditions. Take +1 momentum. Oh, fuck yeah. Faye has officially, I want to talk to your manager his way past this guard by threatening to complain to the Kosala family. Okay. So, this guard is... I feel like there's at least, like, 2 guards up here who are kind of, like, having this conversation of, is this allowed? Are we gonna get... Is this worse to let him in without the proper clearance? Like, the Koshiba family, or the Kosala family. They're a major supplier of a lot of important resources. What do we do? What do we do? Yeah. But that being said, though, that lets Faye into the city. It does raise the curiosity of what's going on in the city, though, that has them on such high alert. Anyway. I didn't even have to use Fugitive. I kind of wanted to use Fugitive. I kind of wanted to bump up that clock. Oh well. But, yeah, among other things, so... Faye gets to make their way into Koshiba. Oh, can we get some first look details? Built within a repurposed ship. And defensible location. Ah, interesting. I do think that built within a repurposed ship is definitely applicable, because I think, like I said, a lot of the proper city itself that's underwater is built of interconnected structures, but I do think that there are probably some ships, some very, very large starships that have been utilized for this purpose, possibly due to necessary materials. Anyway, we know that there's a settlement trouble involving vulnerable life forms, at least on a meta level I know that. I think the guards might not have gone into that much detail with Faye, but whatever's going on, it has caused... Also, there's a project involving research, and some combination thereof has caused not a super intense lockdown on the city, but it's caused a bit of a keep on guard for things situation. Defensible location. What's the word I'm looking for? A reef? Where it's like... What's the word I'm looking for? It's in like a canyon underwater. I don't know what the word is that I'm looking for. A trench! Trench! Yeah. I like that idea, that the Koshiba is like located inside of a trench, which seems like a good location to kind of... Like a raised trench, I think, too, right? Like underwater mountains kind of surrounding it as like a natural barrier. Now, that being said, is there anything else of note that I would like to roll on this table? There is the initial contact, but I think that's fine. Faye has some questions about what that was about at the entrance, but first and foremost, they want to figure out any lead on maybe a soulbinder situation. Also, how nice is this place? That entrance wasn't the best first impression, but where's my moves list? There we go. Moves. Oh, it's already up, isn't it? There we go. I keep moving these around. I don't need to. Anyway, what move do I think would be of help here? I feel like gather information, probably, conduct an investigation, analyze evidence, or do research, or secure an advantage when you assess the situation, make preparations, or attempt to gain leverage. Yeah, I think gather information. Oh, I'm bumping my microphone. I think Faye's gonna go ahead and gather information. First and foremost, focusing on the topic of, hey, any soulbinders here? The city is huge. Like, there must be at least one, or somebody who knows where to find one, right? So, roll plus wits, and let's see how we get. We got a lot of momentum to burn, too, if we need to. Oh, we got a strong hit anyway. Okay, well, after that first roll, the dice are cooperating with us nicely. You discover something helpful and specific. The path you must follow or action you must take to make progress is made clear. Envision what you learn. Take +2 momentum. Okay, well, we're capped on momentum. Well, that definitely means that there is a good lead on the... this one. Yeah. Find a soulbinder to help Sigil with the ghost problem. Okay, and... Faye wanted to kind of check out Koshiba, so I'm wondering if I want to mark that. I think just coming here to Koshiba to get to see what it's like, I think I can also mark progress on this, because we're going to need a lot of steps, so I think little steps like this of just reaching a place, I think that's a viable progress that we can mark. But, yeah. So they definitely found some actually helpful and very specific information regarding where to find a soulbinder. That being said, I've marked this particular vow as formidable, so I feel like it's not as simple as, oh yes, there's a soulbinder right over there. Go talk to him and I'm sure he'll help you. I feel like there's going to be more steps and more complications to it than that. So, can I roll on the story clue and see if that gives me any thoughts real quick? Where are my dice? Dice, are you okay? Maybe I don't. Maybe I'm not gonna roll on story clue. Maybe I can roll from over here. That's not how you spell story. Story clue. Let's try from here. Conceals connects to a known rumor or scandal. Do I want to use that? Well, actually. Connects to a known rumor or scandal. Okay, so that would probably be... I would think... Ooh. Okay, so 2 thoughts immediately come to mind on that, right? Like, my thought that comes to mind is that there are soulbinders. Like, Faye finds information about soulbinders in a particular location. And either A, there are soulbinders hanging out here in Koshiba, but they are, in some way or another, involved in whatever's going on that's got the orders, you know, that's got the gates on stricter security. Or these soulbinders are doing something with the current lead that we have on Astra. Because I feel like Astra is an interesting enough, a weird enough situation where soulbinders, being the people who handle undead situations, and other horrors, I think putting them, like, lumping them in with the Astra situation might make sense. But at the same time, we're already here in Koshiba. But I kind of want to roll a die. I want to roll an oracle for this. The reason being, The reason being, well, I have an entire train of thought behind it, but basically, I'm going to ask the Oracle if the Soulbinders that are currently present, or at the very least that we're going to find information of, are tied in with the Astra situation. I'll make it 50-50. If yes, Astra. If no, then clearly it's to do with Koshiba. No! Oh! That's a strong no. A whole heckin' 90, huh? Okay. So, good news. We don't have to go anywhere. There is indeed some Soulbinders hanging out around here currently. Some people are like, yeah, there's been some hanging around at one of the local hotels here, actually. Nifty. However, they seem to be engaged in a current situation going on here. What situation that is? I'm sure Faye's not gonna find that out. Like, if Soulbinders are on a job... Oh, I just shut that, that's okay. Then I'm sure Faye's not going to find that out just talking to random people. Maybe. Rumors. But... I'm just kind of debating if it's better for them to find out directly from the Soulbinders themselves. Either way, we got very clear and helpful information that there are Soulbinders here in Koshiba, in the city, but they seem to be here for a specific purpose here in the city. Hang on, I want to roll on an Oracle real quick, because I want to see if that actually comes up with any information about what's going on here, right? Yeah, let's roll on these two. Raid and Discovery. That doesn't... I'm not sure that combination bodes well. Okay. Hang on a second. I'm formulating the plots and potential situations together. So, what we know on a meta level is that Koshiba currently has some sort of settlement trouble involving vulnerable life forms. Whatever that means. It's quite vague. And research. Research into vulnerable life forms? Why are the life forms vulnerable? Are they in danger? Are they being threatened by something? And are the Soulbinders here to handle that something? But, in what way would that affect security on the city? Unless... Okay. I'm getting some ideas. But I do think that Faye probably finds out some of this information just from the rumors going around that they hear, which, so far, it's sounding like the Soulbinders have specifically been hired on and contracted by... Do I want to say just straight up the actual government or leaders of Koshiba, or a more specific faction? I think more of a research-oriented faction. I think that there might be a research company in the city that's hired them on. And it's been known that that research company has been studying certain life forms that actually do inhabit the planet. Okay. Currently vague information, but I think that makes sense for what Faye would be able to find out from general searching around. Okay. So that being said, though, that does mean that the next logical step is to go and have a chat with those Soulbinders themselves, who are apparently just staying in a hotel nearby. I imagine Soulbinders would probably not be the most, I'm not getting the vibe that they're heavily guarded and difficult to approach and talk to. I definitely get the vibe that they're kind of just sit themselves down at a table at a bar, order a drink, sit there and be edgy in whatever dark monster hunting clothing they've got in space and mind their own business, and you could just go approach them easily. So, I think Faye is going to do that. Trying to think here. Okay. honestly, yeah, I feel like the actual conversation of approaching them and Faye trying to get information from them and basically saying, hey, so there's this city, this settlement that I came from called Sigil, and they might have a problem with some ghosts. I feel like the Soulbinders present are definitely open to helping with that. So long as they're paid, maybe? Probably? That seems to be the way of things in the Forge. But with a small caveat being that they currently are occupied with this situation. But are they going to be all that open about what it is? I don't think they have a reason to. But at the same time, I think Faye can kind of just try to get that out of them through like general conversation. I think they're not super guarded, but I think Faye can kind of have a, like, basically they're at a bar in this hotel. Faye approaches one or two of the Soulbinders who are here. They're these sort of people in long coats, wide-brimmed hats, because of course they are. Probably got a lot of belts. They got some nice weapons. They got some nice swords and knives, specialized. Probably silvered. I'm sure that's a thing. I don't care if we're in space. There's a fuck ton of fantasy going on here anyway. They've definitely got some silvered weapons. I'm sure that's an important thing. Probably not entirely silver. Probably coated in silver, but still iron, because iron is kind of a silver iron? Interesting. Because iron is still a notable, important factor here in the Forge. But yeah, they're at a table. Faye approaches them and kind of sits down, generally not giving a shit. Orders a drink to have a chat with them. And kind of ask them what their deal is. What's, hey, you want to help out with Sigil? And all that, have that conversation. So, in general, he's got the glow cat with him, I think. Can the glow cat help? This isn't really a charged conversation, though. This sounds really casual. This isn't something that the glow cat can help with, I don't think. Glow cat. Glow cat! One day you will be of assistance. One of these days. Okay, well, either way. Faye, actually, I was gonna have Faye secure an advantage to try and gain a bonus here to do a compel, but Faye, has maximum momentum and has the fugitive asset, so I don't think they need to worry about that. Would that be a gather information, or would that be a compel to get them to persuade someone or make them an offer? I think this might be a separate gather information, actually, from the Soulbinders to kinda... Information provides you new insight. On a miss, your investigation unearths a dire threat. I feel like I want to roll more of a gather information for this. Getting a lot of strong hits. I can't do anything with all this momentum unless I roll bad. So, okay. Either way, Faye has a conversation with these two Soulbinders over a couple of drinks. Ultimately, the Soulbinders are here more for money, and just kind of doing their job. They don't really feel any obligation to keep what's going on a particular secret. Like, I'm really getting the vibe that they're just kind of here on a casual, like, I don't have any obligation or any loyalty to the person that I've been hired by, I just want my paycheck kind of situation. But, they do tell Faye a bit more information about what's actually going on and what the deal is, what's going on in the city. Which is that this particular research company, I should give them a name. I'll think of that in the back of my head. This particular research company has been, as we mentioned, studying particular life forms that occupy the planet of Daria. And they have been, they've actually taken some specimens of those life forms into a research facility of theirs here in the city. Life forms that definitely came from the ocean. What specific life forms? I think the Soulbinders themselves aren't privy to that information. That seems private. But it has been noted that as of recently, there have been incidents within the city of attacks. Apparently, the nature of these attacks was unclear initially. It seemed to just be that people were randomly up and attacking one another for no reason. With some investigations that have gone down recently, it has turned out that these creatures are some sort of doppelganger-esque creatures, actually. Where they've been coming from exactly, a little bit unclear to the researchers and to the authorities of the city. But not great. Not a great situation to be in. Which is also why the security has been up. Because, they're trying to limit the number of people traveling and trying to figure out a proper way that they can allow people in and out. While trying to, hopefully cut off any entrance from said doppelgangers if they're coming from outside of the city. But maybe they're not. Unclear thus far. Who knows? That being said, the incidents kind of seem to be at random for a while, but the researchers reported several instances of the doppelgangers making seemingly coordinated attacks to try to enter their facility and break through security. So far, nothing of, no severe injuries have been inflicted on anyone, amongst the research company anyway. Whether or not any severe injuries have gone on in the city, that information has gotten a bit more muddled. No one really wanted to keep track of if the, random folks in the city have died. There probably have been some deaths. But, yeah, the researchers basically said, yeah, they seem to specifically want to break into our facility. We can't have that. We are doing very sensitive research on these creatures. And we don't want the doppelgangers killing them or us. Hey, Soulbinders! Get over here and stop that. Because these creatures don't seem to be of any... They're not any sort of natural form of creature that is known. They are called doppelgangers. They take on the forms of the people of the city, but there have been reports that they attack in a form that is not so humanoid. But most of those reports are really vague and kind of fall into that rumor situation of, I saw one that had 50 mouths. I saw one that was 10 feet tall. Okay. Which of you is just making up stuff for attention, and which of you actually had a horrible scarring experience in which you were attacked by a doppelganger monster? So that's the current situation. Not the best. Not ideal. It also does mean that these Soulbinders are occupied, and probably very far away from any comrades that they might have that might otherwise be able to assist Sigil, which leaves Faye with a couple of options. Either A, they can hope Sigil can wait it out, and let these Soulbinders hopefully handle this doppelganger situation. Maybe Faye can hang around the city, check it out some more, try not to get eaten by a doppelganger, or they can leave and put this all behind them and go check out Astra or another planet. But, alternatively, maybe they can help and try to put an end to this a bit more quickly. Please. I got things to do. I told Kendra I would find some people. I don't feel right about leaving them. God. I think Faye's gonna try and do that. Faye is going to try to assist. Now, that being said, I do think that having initially found the Soulbinder was our first progress. There's 2 Soulbinders here. I should roll up information about them in a second. I'm gonna go ahead and do that in a moment. But I also think that having this information with them, having this chat with them, figuring out what's going on, that is a second box of progress. Very nice. Now, that being said, find a Soulbinder to help Sigil with the ghost problem. Yes. At the very least, there's 2 soulbinders here. Maybe there's a third with them. I at least want names for them, right? Let's go ahead and roll up some details about these folks. So, the first of our soulbinders. Soulbinders, even, like, actually here on the planet and in casual conversation, I feel like they are exclusively going by their call signs. So I'm gonna go ahead and do... I'm gonna go ahead and specifically... let's use foe for now. I don't really have a blank one, do I? Owlcat. Actually, wait. Can I duplicate Kendra here? Make an easier little template for myself. Yeah, let's duplicate Kendra. So anyway, as I was saying, I mentioned during character creation that I really like the call sign of Phantom. I don't have a default icon to use. So anyway, one of these folks is definitely going to be named Phantom. Hey D&D 5e, you got anything? Got anything I can use here? Oh wait, I think that would be under systems, right? I'm just gonna go ahead and I'm gonna do that thing where I just put like a random potion icon or something. It's gonna be distracting if I'm looking at an additional Kendra this whole time. Here we go. Yeah, you can be a grand blue potion. Anyway. This is Phantom. I'm gonna go ahead and make, I'll make a template out of that later. Let's make another duplicate, Kendra Khosla. I'll call that one template. Template. Okay. So anyway, this one. This one's gonna be named Phantom. We'll give them... Maybe I'll get portraits of them eventually. I don't know if I'm gonna get a portrait for every single NPC that we meet. But anyway, they are indeed a soulbinder. Let's roll up some details for them. And we'll figure out... I'll leave their rank alone until it turns out that we need it. Okay. So we've got a couple of soulbinders here. I was thinking about 3, but for the sake of making this a bit smoother, I'm gonna go with 2. They're just like a duo of partners. Etrian Odyssey. Every time you find a guild that consists, an NPC guild that consists of like 2 people, even though player character guilds are 5 or more. Okay, weathered. Yeah, that seems about right. Phantom here is a weathered individual. Disposition is desperate. Oh. I'm concerned. Did we get any information? I feel like we had a nice little chat to maybe get a little bit of an extra detail about you. Ambitious. Oh. Okay. I feel like what I'm getting here is that Phantom here, bit of a taller, leaner, weathered-looking individual, sort of in, beaten, torn clothing. You know, no point in replacing this stuff when you're just gonna get beat up by more monsters in this line of work. They, throughout their conversation, they make some mentions about just wanting the pay from this work, and seeming really insistent about that. For unclear reasons that they have not disclosed. I'll go ahead and... Yes, position. It's desperate. For money? for that money. And, revealed aspect. Ambitious. For that money? You're a little bit of an oddball, huh? What's your pronouns? What we got? I'm just gonna roll at random. What was I thinking? She, he... I didn't declare. We'll go with he, him pronouns. We'll go with that. Okay, and then we'll give our second soulbinder some info here, shall we? A name. First look, Yelena. Oh wait, I was giving you a call sign actually. And you know what, Yelena can go by her name. I'm thinking Yelena's a lady. I get the vibe of, ooh, scarred, yeah. For sure covered in scars, disposition. Suspicious. Yeah, fair. I feel like we don't have a revealed aspect about her. She definitely kept to herself a lot more, but she is open to going by her proper name of Yelena, but that's the only name that she gives. That might even be her call sign. That might not even be her real name. With that information in mind. But anyway. Ah! Saw big microphone. You are an additional soulbinder. Your first look is that you are scarred. I only rolled a 1 for each of you to keep it nice and simple. And, disposition is suspicious. A scarred, suspicious soulbinder. Perfect. So yeah, Yelena's definitely a bit more withdrawn throughout this entire conversation that they've had. Kind of keeping her eyes more on Faye and kind of trying to get the idea of what they want with this information. But they're not really under any obligation to keep it a secret from what Phantom says. Phantom's doing more of the talking, it seems. But anyway, the original point here was the fact that Faye's probably gonna go ahead and see about giving these folks a help. The question here is, do I want to... I don't think we're going to make another vow for this, because I think we can go ahead and mark any progress that we make on helping them as progress for this initial vow. I don't think we need to make a separate vow for this. But Faye is going to offer to help them figure out the situation behind these doppelgangers, where they're coming from, possibly more information about what they are. The issue, I think, is that the Soulbinders haven't encountered too many of them. They, trying to think, do they, like, dissipate upon death or something, or do they just... I feel like the Soulbinders haven't gotten the opportunity to kill any of them yet. They were recruited fairly recently, they've been on guard, there have been a couple of sightings and they wounded one. Since then, the doppelgangers seem to have gotten the idea that, oh no, don't fuck with those two. And have been a bit more cautious and trying to make stealthier attacks with quick exit strategies. Which means that they're intelligent. I don't like that. I don't like that. Anyway. How does Faye want to go about this then? We want to go ahead and gather more information, see if we can find out anything. I don't know if gather information would be the most helpful here. I think... Well, we know that they, the doppelgangers, have seemingly been making the most targeted of their attacks on the research facility. So, the researchers aren't going to let Faye or the Soulbinders in to see the more secure rooms. It's not ideal because we'd like to know what in the hell these doppelgangers are seemingly trying to go after, or maybe they're going after something else in the facility, unclear. But still, I think Faye is at least taken to the research facility by Phantom and Yelena. I want to point out, I feel like Faye has emphasized to Phantom, I don't care about getting paid, you can take the entire payment. You don't have to split it with me, it's fine. It's fine. I feel like that was part of the, agreement here with Faye's offering to help these folks. But yeah, so I think what I was going to get at is, I think that spending some time to sort of do a stakeout outside of the facility for any signs of doppelganger activity is probably the best way to go here. Which I believe, when you assess a situation, make preparations, or attempt to gain leverage. I think that would work. I think secure an advantage would work here. With deception, stealth, or trickery, I think that's probably what we want is with Shadow, because, we're gonna be trying to stay out of sight, of course. Do we have the shadow cat? Ooh, the glow cat, I mean. I don't like the idea of bringing the glow cat into potential danger, but Faye's gonna be out here a bit. Doesn't really have anyone to leave the glow cat with. I feel like the glow cat can probably take care of itself, but it could potentially be useful here. Depending on how things go. Yeah, actually. Okay, we're gonna have the glow cat. Glow cat's gonna come with us. Little fluffy, glowing cat buddy. Anyway, we're gonna go ahead and make that shadow roll. Glow cat doesn't really provide us any assistance here. Can I get a bad roll so that I can... Can I get a bad roll so I can burn this momentum, please? I can't take more momentum! You succeed. Take +2 momentum. Add +1 on your next move. Okay. Yeah, actually, I realize secure an advantage was maybe redundant. Actually, I get the +1 on the next move. Because that in and of itself is more for a mechanical benefit, I forgot. I mean, like, I feel like in that case... I mean, like, to be fair, yeah, narratively, Faye is, basically hiding out here along, probably outside the facility building. Phantom and Yelena are covering other entrances. Faye is at a third, entry point, or, other... Yeah, I think one of the entry points of the building. So I am going to say that with a successful secure advantage, Faye probably does spot activity of a couple of people approaching the facility here. Yeah, actually, me saying that glow cat might come in handy. Hey, glow cat. Perceives the inner emotions and intentions of people and creatures in its vicinity. Glow cat. Yeah. Okay, so, basically, Faye is basically on stakeout with the Soulbinders outside of this facility for several hours throughout most of what would be considered a night in Koshiba. Since it's underwater, fairly deep underwater no less, there's not a lot of natural sunlight that comes in. There are, like, fairly aquatic... What's the word I'm looking for? There's very large windows that show off the nice aquatic scenery outside, because even though it's in a trench, there are some of those coral reefs, there's fish swimming by, you know. There's some nice stuff that the people want to see, so it was actually built with some sightseeing in mind, and it's just a nice view. But yeah, it's too deep underwater for there to be a lot of natural sunlight. So there is a internal light system that simulates sunlight and starlight and moonlight, things like that. So it is several hours late into the night. There have been researchers coming and going for the most part. They were mostly here during the daytime, but there are some that enter and leave throughout the night as well. Faye is stationed sort of off to the side of the entrance. I want to say sort of near a, honestly, there's probably, I don't want to say an alleyway with the way things are structured here. But honestly, I think Faye might have just gone up to, like, a higher vantage point on the building itself. Actually, like, climbed up, to sort of a point where there was, a corner for them to grab onto and gone higher up. But yeah, so they've gotten a view at the very least for a while, just sitting, like, on top. Not completely on the roof of the building, but, you know, higher up on the building. Just watching researchers enter and leave all day and keeping an eye out for any suspicious activity. Glowcat has been pretty chill all day. Nice, comfy, I think blue. Nice, chill blue glow. Little bit of a... occasionally shifting to a little bit of a yellower glow, since Faye has been sort of on edge here. Keeping, expecting to see a doppelganger monster run in at any moment and try to murder some people. He did just see a lot of corpses, like, not too long ago. It's not great. But, all is well up until Glowcat immediately just turns bright red as a few other, a group of about 3 researchers start approaching the, building entrance. Which is not a great sign. Question there is, does Faye directly confront them? Try to watch. I think Faye's gonna jump down, climb down from the building to signal to Phantom and Yelena, and then climb down to the building to confront these 3 individuals that are approaching the building. Kind of, see, I'm wondering, do I want to make any rolls for this? As Faye tries to be like, hey, what's up with you guys? You ain't right. What's going on here? But, honestly, I know where this is going already, and, they're going to attack. One of them is just straight up going to pull a knife and try to stab Faye. Which is great. Do I want any preliminary rolls for that? No, I think we can go straight into combat. Faye's got a momentum of 10. There's nothing to be done. There's nothing to be done. Faye's going straight into it. Things have been going their way, more or less, kinda. Glowcat's chilling back up where Faye left it on the building. Feycat's not getting involved in the fight right now. Feycat might help, but right now it's staying out of danger. Where's my... Here we go. So, yeah, for combat, we want our Enter the Fray move. When you initiate combat or are forced into a fight, envision your objective and give it a rank. Ooh. Interesting, actually. Consider. Alright, so we got some vows here. There is going to be progress. Versus, 3 doppelganger researchers. Not good. How tough are they? Faye does have backup from a couple of soulbinders. But how quickly are we gonna be bumping up progress in here? I see. Yeah, I think it's fair to... Basically, it's 3v3. It's a pretty even situation. I'm gonna go ahead and call it formidable. Let's have a bit of fun here. Faye might get roughed up. It's fine, it's fine. I don't have any combat music, I just realized. I should probably do that. It's fine, this music's immensely chill. It's fine. Anyway, one of the researchers grabs a knife, pulls it out of their coat pocket, lunges at Faye, trying to stab them. But, we are going to go ahead and roll to enter the fray. Roll to see if you are in control. If you are on the move, roll plus edge. Facing off against your foe, roll plus heart. That might be it. In the thick of it at close quarters, roll plus iron. Preparing to act against an unaware foe, plus shadow. Caught in a trap, or sizing up the situation, roll plus wits. See, I'm used to there only being the shadow, wits, and heart options from base Ironsworn. I'm not used to having the edge and the iron options. In the thick of it at close quarters could technically apply here, versus facing off against your foe. I feel like the iron, yeah, we're gonna roll iron for that. Let's roll iron. I don't have any assets that help with that. A weak hit. Okay, do I... See, this might actually be where I want to keep the momentum, because I might need momentum on a later roll in the combat. But do I want to use my... Well, what do I get on a weak hit? Choose one, between momentum or being in control. Versus if I were to get a strong hit, I think I would get both of those, right? Yeah, I would take both. Here's the thing, is I'm okay with a weak hit on that. Not being in control might be a good idea. Also, I can't take... Oh, but I also can't take the +2 momentum. God, I need to burn this momentum, though. But I also want to use Fugitive. I want to use Fugitive. Why do I keep rolling good today? I want to roll bad. What the hell? Okay. Where am I at? Where am I at? How do I want to do this? Choose one. Take +2 momentum. If I were to burn momentum and turn that into a strong hit, I would go down to 2 momentum and then immediately jump back up to +4. And be in control. Versus taking a weak hit where I would not burn momentum. I would stay at a 10 and have the only option available to be in control. I have no reason to not. Okay. Well, anyway. I guess we're gonna take the weak hit and be in control because at this moment it is better than... I don't have, Actually, does this do anything in this system? Not really. Okay, because we don't actually have a proper initiative. I do want... We'll try that. Okay, so anyway. Combat. If combat operates on progress tracks similarly to vows and expeditions, the difference is that we have the state of being in control or in a bad spot. In Ironsworn, it was referred to as having initiative, or not having initiative. Fair enough to change that terminology to be a bit more thematic, and also to, what's the word I'm looking for? To not cause confusion with the more traditional usage of initiative in most tabletop systems. That being said, though, Fae currently is in control. The difference is that it affects what moves you can and cannot do in combat, or the outcome of moves, depending on which state you are in. But Fae's in control, so I think that means that they're going to be easily sidestepping that little poor attempt at a lunge with a knife. And, ooh, they do have a sword. I think it's fair enough to stab. I think it's fair enough to go ahead and try to stab this guy. Cause it's a safe enough bet. Like, I wrote that these are doppelgangers. I think Fae can make a safe enough bet that them's some doppelgangers, probably. Anyway, Fae is gonna go ahead and make a strike. When you are in control and assault a foe at close quarters, or when you attack at a distance, you can roll plus iron in close quarters or edge at a distance. Well, Fae is at close quarters. You're gonna roll iron. Oh my god! Oh my god! Strong hits! Always! Well, we get to mark progress twice. You dominate your foe and stay in control. Cool! So we get to mark progress twice on this track. In the meantime, seeing as how Fae did signal to Yelena and Phantom, I believe they have certainly emerged from their hiding spots, respectively, that they had around the facility. In this sort of... Basically, this is a street that we are fighting in, I'm pretty sure. Like, this is still a public area. I imagine it's probably got, like, gated in, because this is a... Clearly, there is security with this research facility, so there is probably a gate around it. So, okay, I guess we're not directly in what would be a street exactly here, but we're close to it. This fight could end up out there, depending on how this goes. But either way, Phantom and Yelena come down to, basically take on, honestly, the other two doppelgangers. I kind of picked 3 just at a random number, because I could just imagine, yeah, like, a group of 3 of them, but... Yeah. Anyway. Well, the, do we wanna go ahead and, either way. Yeah, Fae sidesteps that dodge, pulls out their sword, and just kind of strikes this, first doppelganger in the back. Which, yeah, it's dropping its human form at that point, definitely, by the way. What do they look like? I'm kind of imagining... You ever play Tales of Symphonia? I'm kind of imagining this, like, tall, gangly, humanoid creature. It's got arms and legs, it's got a head, but it's, not got a lot of specific features on it. It doesn't have eyes, it doesn't really have a face, maybe it's got a mouth. I kind of like a lamprey. Is it a lamprey? One of those like round mouths with like the teeth, the ring of teeth going around it. Yeah, they got that going on their face. They've got like this kind of I want to say, I was gonna say like a gray, but I think I like the idea of like a dark green, wrinkled, sort of, almost kind of plant-like, but not really plant type of skin. And they got long arms and legs. They got claws. They got the ability to bite. This one drops its human form, as do the other two upon seeing this, to fight the Soulbinders and Faye. Faye's gonna just go ahead and use that opportunity of this thing transforming to run in and try to stab it hard right in the chest, because they're not giving that thing time to attack. No. No. Weak hit. Mark progress twice, but you expose yourself to danger. You are in a bad spot. Do I want to burn momentum on that? Do I? I have this momentum. But it's narratively more interesting to be in a bad spot. I'm gonna let it be. I'm gonna let it be for now. I'm gonna save that momentum because I'm probably gonna need it. So, mark progress twice, it said. Faye is able to sort of run towards the creature, impale that sword deep into its chest. It does not die. Its flesh... Does it bleed? I like green ooze. I established that this thing's a green, wrinkly skin monster. It also bleeds green ooze around the sword, but it's... Ooh. Its flesh that is around the sword sort of begins to undulate and reshape itself, stretching out into tendrils around the wound and just grabbing onto the sword and trying to pull it out of Faye's hand. Yeah. At the same time, it brings its claw around to try to attack Faye. Oh, Faye, are you gonna try to pull your sword out? Or you're gonna go for a dodge. Faye's gonna try to pull out the sword, yank the sword back, and get out of the way of the claw, or parry it. Let's see if they can. That is going to be more of an iron-based, Does that react under fire? When you're in a bad spot and take action to fight, in a fight to avoid danger or overcome an obstacle. Yeah, okay. Just kind of yanking the sword out. I feel like it's gonna be more iron, right? Blocking or diverting with force, or taking the hit. Roll plus iron. In pursuit, fleeing, dodging, or getting back into position, or taking cover, roll plus edge. Remaining stalwart against fear or temptation, roll plus heart. Moving into hiding or creating a distraction with shadow. Change the plan, finding a way out, cleverly bypassing an obstacle, plus wits. I imagine iron is gonna be the bigger, fit there, right? Yeah, the gain ground is for in control. Okay! We are gonna go ahead and roll iron, yank that sword out of this thing's chest as its own flesh has become tendrils to grab the sword. Fuck you. Give me my sword back. That's Faye's sword, actually. Yeah, don't take the sword. I would like to get a miss, eventually. I haven't rolled a miss all session. But anyway. See, I'm like, I need to burn this momentum. But I also want to save the momentum for when I actually need it. But then when I roll a weak hit, I also don't burn the momentum. But anyway. You succeed and are in control. Take +1 momentum. Okay. Faye is able to yank that sword out of the creature's chest and just narrowly parry that incoming claw attack. Very nice. Did not get stabbed at all. Now that being said, though, with Faye being in control, they could go straight for a strike. I'm kind of curious. I want to see the take decisive action. See, here's the thing, is that normally I'd like to mix in other narratively interesting options with, like, gain ground and stuff to build up momentum for the other rolls. But we don't need to right now. Take decisive action. When you seize an objective in a fight, envision how you take decisive action, then roll the challenge dice. Okay, so yeah, we want take decisive action is when we want to try to finish off this fight. Okay. So we are gonna go ahead, and Faye's gonna go ahead and try to make a nice little sword cleave into that claw that tried to stab at him. Get that out of the way. Oh, there's my miss. Do I want to burn the momentum? I'm in a bad spot, I must pay the price. Do I want to burn the momentum? Do I want to take a miss? I want to burn the momentum because I want to have a reason to, drop off to have to do secure an advantage and stuff going forward. So anyway, this is now a strong hit, in which case we get to mark progress twice. It is twice, right? Yeah. Alright, we get to stay in control. We got 6 here. That's 6 progress. I'm gonna see if I can build up the bar full. Anyway. So yeah, Faye cleaves a cut right through that thing's clawed hand, which they can probably, I honestly think they're capable of regenerating, but that still deals a nasty wound to its arm in the meantime. And then Faye's gonna try and follow up and, Is that you gonna go for a killing blow? Yeah, it's fine. Faye's gonna go ahead and, yeah, slash through that arm, circle around this creature, and go in for another sword slash. Try to aim for a weaker point, because it is still a resilient creature, of course. But we're gonna make another strike. Did I roll edge at one point instead of iron? Oh! I just used the momentum! I was like, I want to save the momentum for a legitimately bad roll. Right. I don't want to use it on a small petty thing. I want to have some interesting stuff going on. But at the same time, I don't want to use Fugitive for this. I want to have an actual complication. I rolled an 8 too, like double 10s. Okay. The fight turns against you. You're in a bad spot. Must pay the price. Nice. What do we got? What can we roll? I want to roll for something. Oh. Oh no, wait, that's Ask the Oracle. Can I roll? Can I roll for pay the price? Yeah? Yeah. What do we got? You face a tough choice. Do I like that? I mean, like, I can definitely imagine that, since I, mentioned Phantom and Yelena having their own fight against the other 2 doppelgangers, that could also be something is going on bad with the 2 of them. At the same time, Faye just might get stabbed. What do I like more in this moment? Faye's run around to try and go ahead and make a stab at this creature. As he does... Ooh. It's with a complication, though. I kind of want to have... Yeah, because with its double 10s, it's a complication. I want to make it extra bad. Can I roll an extra thing and kind of see if I can, like, stack up some stuff? The environment or terrain introduces a new hazard. I don't like that. We're gonna... You're harmed. I mean, fair. Okay, you know what? I do think, that I like the idea that this creature, Faye, goes to move around it, try to get in another attack from the back to try to, hopefully get a finishing blow on this thing. It's a doppelganger, though, so it basically swings its arm back at an angle that would not be physically possible if it were human, but that's okay. Sprouting a series of spikes right out of that arm, to attack Faye. Normally... Actually, yeah, that is the result of this miss, so I'm just gonna have them take the damage for one thing. That was with a complication, but you face a tough choice, so I feel like simultaneously something's happening with Phantom and Yelena. One moment, though. Let's resolve this, this damage situation. I want to stack up some stuff. I want my suffer moves. Where are they? Legacy, threshold, recover, suffer. Here we go. So first off, endure harm. How much? I think severe is fair. Oh wait, actually, no. Is it still... Okay, yeah, no. Okay, I don't think damage in this system is directly tied to the rank of the foe. So I think serious harm would be fair. Right? We're gonna go with that. Oh, Faye, actually, I didn't realize you were already kind of a little scratched up. That's fine. Faye's gonna roll the highest of iron or health after, to try and... Actually, I didn't have to make that roll, but okay, I did. Strong hit. Oh, I can start building momentum again, or if you are not wounded, take the +1 health. we're gonna go ahead and take the momentum, and hopefully that won't. Hopefully that'll be fine. Anyway, simultaneously, as Faye circles around this thing, intending to attack from the back, only to get smacked and a little bit impaled, kind of tossed into a wall at the same time by an arm full of spikes. They are knocked to the ground, having to recover and try to get up just as this thing is about to close in on them again. As they do, however, they spot that there is a bit of a situation going on with the Soulbinders versus the other two doppelgangers, in that Yelena is grabbed by one of the creatures. The Phantom is currently in a situation of trying to fight off the third of the doppelgangers, while the one that's grabbed Yelena with one arm, definitely a stretched out, like, hand situation wrapping around her whole torso. This doppelganger using its other arm to also kind of, holding up its other arm with spikes to ward off Phantom from approaching, while the third doppelganger also attacks Phantom. So, Yelena's getting grabbed by this thing, and it is, what's the word I'm looking for? Either way. This thing grabs Yelena, raises her up into the air. Faye, can, you know, I like the idea of a tough choice. So, Faye's choice here is really just, do I focus on saving myself from this thing, or do I prioritize running over there and fighting Yelena at the cost of not paying all that much attention to the creature that's over here and about to beat the shit out of me? And Faye's gonna take that risk. Faye's gonna make a run to try and basically push himself up from the ground and try to run for Yelena, which is going to be a roll to avoid the... Oh, yeah. Gonna be a roll to avoid the, doppelganger. I'm forgetting my words. The doppelganger that's coming at him. Which is probably a speed and agility-based reaction. Which is edge. It's not gonna be great. React under fire. With edge. Miss, the situation worsens. You stay in a bad spot and must pay the price. Here's the thing is, I think we already got a complication on that first one. I'm not sure if Yelena's gonna outright die. She might be wounded. Yelena might be pretty heavily wounded with that going on. So, basically, the situation worsens. Faye... We were doing it. I love how this fight was going amazingly, and then suddenly it's a complication and a miss immediately. Anyway, Faye tries to run past this doppelganger in an attempt to attack the one that's got Yelena grabbed. This doesn't go well. The first doppelganger that's been attacking Faye, that he's been fighting, just sort of grabs him by the leg and proceeds to slam him into a wall. I feel like the doppelgangers are strong. I feel like it did kind of just smack him into the wall previously, actually. So yeah, I think the doppelgangers are actually kind of strong. Man, you were using a knife before. I guess you were trying to be subtle still and keep up your disguise. Oh, shit. Okay. Better idea to the, situation of Yelena getting captured. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Oh, God. Anyway. So anyway, yeah, Faye tries to avoid this particular doppelganger, only for it to grab him by the leg, kind of slam him into the wall again. At the same time, the one that has grabbed Yelena begins running, climbing up the nearest wall with her. Oh, I just established that they're strong too, so it's like, it's not even particularly hindered by carrying her up a wall. It's running off with Yelena. We still got two doppelgangers here, but we also lost one of our allies. There might be an opportunity to go chase after her, but I don't think Faye is in a position to do that right now. Phantom might try. but Phantom still has this other one. If he tries, then this other doppelganger is either going to continue to try to attack him while he's distracted, or is going to come after Faye. Oh. Yeah, Phantom's gonna have to try and finish out this fight with Faye, with this other doppelganger. Okay. Okay. Yelena just got taken. Anyway. Where are we at? Okay, yeah, so anyway, Faye just got tossed back onto the ground. We got a clash option. When you're in a bad spot and fight back against a foe in close quarters, I think he's gonna do that. The doppelganger is trying to close in on him after doing that, so he is going to roll up from the ground and stab up at it, at its incoming claw. And a weak hit. Mark progress, but you dealt a counterblow or you are dealt a counterblow or setback. You stay in a bad spot and must pay the price. Or do I want to turn that into a strong hit with Fugitive? Do I want to turn that into a strong hit with Fugitive? Question. I think technically rules is written if I my debate is, can I roll to see what pay the price suggests? And then decide to use Fugitive if I don't see an interesting outcome. Technically speaking, I think that's allowed within the rules. Also, this is a solo RPG, so the rules aren't really, I'm gonna say... I wanna roll pay the price first. And see what it suggests. Waste resources. What resources does Faye have, actually, now that I think about it? Got a laser pistol. I don't know. Okay, so anyway, or I can just pick something else on the table if I want to. You encounter signs of a looming threat. You know what I'm gonna do? I kind of wanted to... Oh, I didn't actually mean to click that. I kind of wanted to save the Fugitive one for a little bit later. But let's go ahead. Let's use that. Turn that into a strong hit, shall we? So anyway... with a successful clash, a strong hit on a clash. Do we only get to mark progress once on a clash? When you're in a bad spot and fight back. Okay, on a strong hit, mark progress twice. You are overwhelmed. You overwhelm your foe and are in control. Cool. So anyway, that kind of turned bad real quick for a second there. Now that we have control back for a moment, do we want to try and take decisive action? When you seize an objective in a fight, envision how you take decisive action, then roll. Let's do it. Let's take decisive action, shall we? Against this particular... Oh, actually, I can roll over here. Oh! Weak hit. Okay, that's acceptable. On a weak hit, you achieve your objective, but not without cost. Roll on the table below or choose one. If the fight continues, you're in a bad spot. What can I roll here? It's worse than you thought. Make a suffer move, -2. Victory is short-lived. A new peril or foe appears. I mean, technically speaking, the cost might just be... I think the most obvious cost that I can see here is the fact that the other doppelganger that took Yelena is already gone. So, on the good news, Faye manages to, Faye manages to, from the ground, stab that sword upwards right into the head of the doppelganger, which, fortunately, there is actually something vital there. So that kills it. About the same time, Phantom manages to deal a killing blow to the second doppelganger, the remaining doppelganger as well. Problem. Yelena's gone. Yelena's gone. That other doppelganger has disappeared with her. Ah, shit. Not a good thing. Phantom doesn't take this well. Phantom was desperate before. Phantom is immediately just I don't know if panicking is the word that I want to use, but Faye can definitely sense a, Glowcat helps a little bit, in that Faye can definitely help sense a, underlying panic, as it's very apparent that Phantom is trying to keep his shit together, but, his combat partner just got taken. And, we need to find a way to track her down, presumably, because we don't know what's gonna happen to her. Probably gonna die. That being said. Also, Faye took a nice hit there, huh? See... Yeah, you know what? I think that's a fair enough conclusion at that point. To, go ahead and try to chase this thing down. But the problem here is... where'd it go? It went up a building is where it went, is the thing. Like, yeah, Faye climbed up a building earlier, but I don't think he or Phantom are that good at climbing up these buildings to, you know. To keep up with that thing. Okay. Let's go ahead and, I feel like, though, we can still try to make a roll to search for any signs of tracks of it. Maybe. Possibly. Or any signs or tracks of Yelena. Maybe. Possibly. Oh, it was bleeding, actually. Let's see. Let's see. What's the move I want? Not exploration. There is no time to talk. I think both of them are immediately on the track of, we gotta follow that thing. Will this be secure and advantage? When you attempt something risky or react to an imminent threat, I think face danger might actually apply here because of the fact that we're not necessarily the ones directly in danger, but the speed at which we are able to resolve this situation might affect what's going on with Yelena. Yeah. Okay. Speed, mobility, or agility, roll plus edge. I think wits is going to be what applies here. Wits, expertise, focus, or observation, because we're going to have to track this thing through a city, an underwater city, where there's going to be a lot of turns and hallways that it could have disappeared into. Like, there are buildings, there are roofs, I think, that don't quite reach the actual ceilings of the chambers here. The buildings, like, some of the buildings are separated. Kind of more of an architectural style thing that could have easily just gone to the ceiling, but I forgot what point I was gonna make there. So we're gonna roll wits. Cool, strong hit. Okay, strong hit. In good news, the creature is still bleeding. I do feel like they have some regenerative capabilities, so that bleeding is possibly healing fairly quickly. But, at the same time... Anyway, we are successfully take +1 momentum. I am thinking. Okay. So, hey, Faye. Yeah, no. Anyway, the best opportunity, the best situation, the best, situation that we can, the best thing that we can really do. Words is hard. I think the best thing that Faye and Phantom can really do at the moment, that at the very least turns out well, clearly, is to, track down the trail of blood, find a kind of running along the building that the thing climbed up, trying to find any signs of it, and pretty much they're just having to move quickly to catch sight of it again. So, where does it, where is it going? Well, anyway, I kind of... Well, actually, I kind of have an idea of where it's going. So they do manage to get a look at it before it disappears around another corner. Chase it down several corridors of this ongoing structure. Where eventually it is... Where do I want to say it's going to? Because I kind of have an idea here. Journey of Fellowship, huh? Huh. Huh. Oh. Okay, well, anyway. Oh. I just realized I'm not sure it's going all that far, actually. The, doppelganger does, disappear occasionally around a corner, but they're able to more or less keep up to it, running. And, oh god, there's some parkour going on, isn't there? Gonna have to be. I did establish this place is pretty much a city. There's still pathways and stuff that people are going down. There's gonna be structures in here. Anyway, they eventually, find this thing that goes around, this creature goes around to a, is back alley what I want to say? I don't know if I could say that there's specifically alleys between the buildings that are here. Alley is the best word that I can think of. It's sort of a corridor that goes off to a quieter section of the city. Sort of an abandoned structure. Warehouse. Sort of an abandoned warehouse structure in the city, which the creature takes Yelena to. Phantom and Faye are able to catch up just in time to see it disappear, basically climb up the wall of the warehouse structure and disappear inside along the, go around a corner and disappear, is what I'm trying to say there. Words. So anyway, yeah, I think as far as a strong hit goes for tracking a doppelganger that took your friend, actually finding the general location that it went to, finding the actual building that it went to is sufficient. So, excellent. We, now have to track a doppelganger inside of this warehouse. Seems, do I want to declare it as a warehouse? Yeah, I'm gonna go with warehouse. I think that's appropriate. Now the question here is, I haven't been going for a full 2 hours. I do like to go for 2 hours, usually. I would like to. But about to investigate this warehouse and what's going on in here, whatever this thing had in mind, might be an interesting point to leave off before next session, because I don't know what we're about to get into, whether this is just going to be a small little scuffle to get Yelena back, or if there's something bigger going on in here. Yeah, I suppose that's going to be a good point to leave it off, because I also want to organize some notes and stuff that I've made over the course of these couple of sessions here. So, yes, and thank you very much for joining, and also for people subscribing, and for people following, and the fact that I have reached affiliate, and, hang on a second. That was the wrong screen. That I, selected. There we go. Bring my nice bougie, setup back. Seriously, though, I appreciate it greatly. I really want to, have some, emotes set up for next time. But yeah, I hope you have a great night. I'm gonna see if there's anyone hanging around that I might be able to raid, possibly. We got anyone? Might be... Alrighty, well, I think we're gonna go ahead and... Oh! My emote's here! Oh my gosh, it works! I would like to... Yeah, there we go. Cool! Oh my goodness, does that mean that we also have my other one? Oh, I don't have my own emotes here in OBS. Oh my god. Oh, come on now. Where can I... Rude. I don't even have my own emotes in OBS. Oh, wait, do I? Oh, okay, no, the scrolling is just weird. Okay, we have one. We have one of my emotes. Yeah! Okay. Anyway, we're gonna go ahead and raid Kotori Rod, who is currently streaming some Fire Emblem Warriors. So, I hope y'all have a very good night. Enjoy my new emote. Feel free to use it for raid. I already said have a good night. So, I will see you all probably Tuesday. I'm gonna do another stream. I don't think I'm doing anything Saturday. But, yeah. Thank y'all for stopping by. Goodbye. Bye. Where's my ending button? There we go.